Something big is happening at Heartland. The ranch that's seen love, loss, and healing is about to face one of its hardest moments yet. In Season 19, Episode 5, a familiar face rides back home, and a storm brews that could change everything. Georgie's long-awaited return sparks joy and tension, but as one heart returns, another may break. Because this time, Spartan might not make it. Emotional background music rises, soft piano. Mixed with the sound of wind and distant thunder, the morning sun rises over the Heartland Ranch, painting the sky in shades of gold and orange. The fields look peaceful, the horses run freely, and for a moment everything feels calm. Amy walks through the stables, her hands brushing against the wooden doors, each one carrying a memory of Ty, of Spartan, of everything she's fought to protect. But beneath that peace, something feels different. The quiet doesn't feel safe. It feels like the air before a storm. As Amy checks on Spartan, there's a slight hesitation in her step. The bond between them is stronger than words. She can feel something's off. Spartan looks tired, his eyes not as bright as they used to be. He's been her companion through every trial, every heartbreak, and every victory. Losing him isn't something she can even imagine. Meanwhile, Lou is outside, juggling her duties as mayor and sister, her phone buzzing constantly. She tries to focus on the ranch, but her mind is elsewhere. Decisions, deadlines, the growing distance between her and her family. Jack watches her from the porch, shaking his head softly. He's seen this before, the way family drifts apart when the world gets too heavy. The ranch may look peaceful, but something feels wrong. The audience can almost sense it, a quiet warning that this episode won't be just another day in Hudson. It's the calm before the storm, and everyone at Heartland can feel it, even if they can't see what's coming. Visual cue. A shot of clouds rolling in over the hills. The wind picks up. The horses stop running and look toward the horizon. Fade to black. The sound of hooves breaks the silence. Not just any hooves, a rhythm Amy knows by heart. She turns toward the road, the wind lifting her hair as she squints into the distance. A lone rider approaches, the outline growing clearer with every second. It's not just another visitor. It's Georgie. After years away, chasing dreams, chasing speed, chasing something she couldn't find anywhere else, she's back. But this time, it's different. She isn't the same girl who left Heartland with stars in her eyes and a medal around her neck. She's grown. She's changed. And maybe, just maybe, she's been running from something too. As Georgie rides through the gates, every memory floods back. Spartan's soft neighs, Amy's laughter, Jack's lessons about courage. The air feels heavy with emotion, like time itself paused to welcome her home. Amy can't hold back the tears that fill her eyes. "You came back," she whispers, her voice trembling. Georgie nods, her lips quivering. "I had to." The ranch feels alive again, as if it's been waiting for this moment. But behind every reunion, there's a reason. Why now? Why return after all this time? Maybe it's because family isn't something you can outrun. Maybe it's because Spartan, horse that carried her through every victory, is in danger. Georgie walks up to Spartan's stall. He lifts his head slowly, his once fiery eyes dulled with exhaustion. She places her hand on his mane, and for a brief second, it's as if they both remember everything: the jumps, the races, the wins, the falls. The bond between them never broke. It just went quiet. And now, as the wind howls outside and dark clouds roll in, one thing becomes clear. Georgie didn't just come home. She came back because she felt it. She felt that something was wrong. The horse who gave her wings might be about to lose his. Visual cue, camera pans to Spartan's eyes, reflecting the storm clouds gathering above. The music shifts from hope to worry. Fade to black. The rain starts slow, soft drops tapping against the stable roof, but soon it grows heavier, wild, and unkind. The storm that's been whispering on the horizon finally arrives. Thunder rumbles through the valley, echoing across Heartland's open fields. Inside the barn, Spartan trembles. His breath is uneven, shallow, as if the storm outside has found its way into him. Amy kneels beside him, her voice low but firm. It's okay, boy. You're okay. But she knows he's not. She feels his pain as if it's her own. This isn't just a horse. This is her last living connection to Ty. The partner who once stood by her through every rescue, every heartbreak. Losing Spartan would mean losing that final piece of him. Lightning flashes, lighting up the barn for a brief second, and in that moment, Amy's fear becomes real. Spartan's legs buckle slightly, his weight shifting unsteadily. Jack rushes in, his hat soaked from the rain. We need Scott. Now. His voice breaks the quiet like a crack of thunder. Lou grabs her phone, her hand shaking as she dials. Outside, Georgie watches through the rain-streaked window, her heart pounding. Memories flood back, Spartan's strength beneath her, his trust, his loyalty. The horse that once carried her over every jump now struggles to even stand. She can't bear it. She runs inside, ignoring the cold, the mud, the fear. Amy looks up, eyes red and wet. He's not responding, Georgie. He's fading. Georgie drops to her knees beside Spartan, whispering softly, "You've got this, boy. You've never given up on me before. Don't start now." Her voice cracks. Breaking through the heavy silence that fills the air between tons claps, the camera pans across their faces, pain, fear, and love, all tangled together. Every fan watching can feel it, that ache of watching something pure slip away. The stable lights flicker, the wind howls, and Spartan lets out a deep, broken breath. Then everything goes still. The music fades to a heartbeat sound, slow, uncertain. Amy looks at Spartan, tears blurring her vision, whispering one desperate line, "Please, don't leave me too." Visual cue, slow motion shot, rain pouring outside. The wind pushing through the open stable doors, and Spartan's still frame, illuminated by a single flash of lightning, fade to black. A faint heartbeat sound continues. The night at Heartland feels endless. The storm outside is wild, but the storm inside the barn is worse. Amy's trembling hands stroke Spartan's mane, while Jack and Georgie move quietly around her, doing everything they can. The air smells like rain, hay, and worry. Every sound, every uneven breath from Spartan feels louder than thunder. Scott finally arrives, rushing in with his bag, his coat dripping wet. He doesn't waste a second. Move him gently. We need space. His calm voice cuts through the chaos, but his eyes tell another story, one filled with concern. Amy steps back, her arms crossed tightly, trying to hold herself together. She's seen hurt horses before, but this is different. This is family. Georgie stands by Spartan's head, whispering softly, "Hey boy, you remember me, right? You're the strongest one I know. You've carried us all. Now let us carry you." Her voice breaks, but her spirit doesn't. Jack puts a steady hand on her shoulder, his expression quiet but full of pride. He's a fighter, just like you. The wind outside howls louder, rattling the barn doors. Lou steps in with blankets, her face pale but determined. Even she, the one who always thinks with her head, looks like she's praying with her heart. The whole family stands together, no words. It's just the sound of Spartan's uneven breaths and the rain pounding against the roof. Scott looks up finally, his voice firm but heavy. He's weak. It's going to be a long night. Amy nods, wiping her tears. Then we'll stay with him. All night. Hours pass. The storm begins to calm, replaced by the soft hum of crickets and the quiet of dawn. Amy hasn't moved, her hands still resting on Spartan's neck. Georgie sits beside her, her head leaned against Amy's shoulder, two souls bound by love for the same horse. The same memories as the first light of morning filters through the barn windows. Spartan lets out a slow, steady breath. For the first time in hours, Amy smiles. Faint, fragile, but real. That's it, boy. You're still with us. The music swells softly, hopeful, yet tender. The storm is past, but the fear lingers. Everyone at Heartland knows this fight isn't over. But they've faced loss before. And this time, they'll face it together. Visual cue. Dawn light shining through the barn doors. Amy and Georgie sitting beside Spartan, their silhouettes outlined in gold. The wind slows, and the faint sound of a heartbeat blends into the gentle music. Fade to black. The storm has passed, but the air still feels heavy, not with rain, but with everything left unspoken. The barn is quiet now. Morning light spills across the floor, painting soft streaks over Amy, Georgie, and Spartan. The night was long, full of fear and prayers, but somehow Spartan made it through. He's breathing deeper now, eyes open, calmer. The danger isn't gone, but hope has returned, fragile. Like sunlight after the rain, Amy leans against the stall, exhaustion written all over her face. Georgie sits nearby, silent. Between them is a wall built from years of distance, choices made, words unsaid. But today, in this moment, that wall begins to crack. Amy looks at Georgie, her voice quiet, unsure. "You didn't tell me you were coming?" Georgie hesitates, then sighs. "I didn't know how. I thought I'd moved on. But when I heard about Spartan, I couldn't stay away." Her words tremble, full of guilt and love all tangled together. "I thought maybe I didn't belong here anymore." Amy's eyes soften. "You'll always belong here. Heartland isn't just a place you live. It's the people who never stop loving you, even when you're gone." The camera lingers on their faces to women. Both strong, both scarred, both trying to forgive themselves as much as each other. Outside, Jack stands by the fence, watching them through the barn window. There's a faint smile beneath his mustache. He's seen storms before, real and emotional, and he knows this one needed to happen. Inside, Lou sets down 2 mugs of coffee, her hands still trembling from the night before. She doesn't say anything either. She just joins them, sitting quietly, letting the warmth fill the silence. In that small, simple moment, no grand speeches, no dramatic music, something shifts. The family that's been pulled apart by distance, duty, and time finds its way back together. The camera pans slowly, Amy's tired smile. Georgie's tearful eyes lose quiet strength, and Spartan resting peacefully behind them. Heartland has always been about healing, about finding your way home, even when it hurts. And now, as the sun rises over the hills, the family sits together. Not perfect, not fixed, but together. And maybe that's enough. Visual cue. Gentle guitar music fades in. The screen shows a wide shot of the ranch glowing under morning light, with the family sitting in the barn united once again. Fade to black. The next morning, the ranch feels different. Not louder, not busier, just alive again. The air is crisp, washed clean by the rain. Birds return to the fences, and sunlight dances across the wet fields. Heartland, in its quiet way, reminds everyone that life goes on, even after the hardest nights. Spartan stands in his stall, weak but steady. There's still strength in his eyes, that same unshakable spark that's carried Amy and Georgie through so many storms before. Amy gently brushes his coat, smiling softly. "You're tougher than all of us," she whispers. He snorts, almost as if answering her. It's small, but it's hope, and at Heartland. That's everything. Georgie steps into the barn, holding her old riding gloves. They're worn, faded, and full of memories. She looks at Spartan, then at Amy. "I used to think winning medals was the only way to feel alive," she says quietly. "But maybe coming back here is what I was really missing." Amy smiles, a glint of pride in her tired eyes. "You never had to win to matter, Georgie. You've always been enough." The words hang in the air, soft and warm, the kind of truth that heals more than time ever could. Jack enters, wiping his hands on a rag, his tone calm but wise. Heartland's got a way of bringing folks back to who they really are. Maybe that's what this place is for, a reminder of what's worth fighting for. Lou leans on the doorframe, watching the scene quietly. For once, she isn't thinking about meetings or politics, just this moment. Her family, her home. Georgie walks toward Spartan, placing her hand gently against his forehead. "You rest now," she whispers. "I'll take care of you, just like you always took care of me." It's a promise, one that feels like the closing of an old chapter and the start of a new one. Outside, The camera pans across the ranch, the fields stretching endlessly, golden light pouring over the hills, the fences glistening with the last drops of rain. Life has returned, not as it was, but as it's meant to be. Stronger, quieter, more grateful, Amy steps out of the barn and looks at the horizon. For the first time in a long while, her heart feels light. The past will always live in this place. In the wind, the horses, the laughter that still echoes in the distance. But the future? The future is wide open. Visual cue. Soft instrumental music swells. A slow-motion shot of Amy and Georgie walking out of the barn side by side, Spartan watching them from behind. The sun rises higher, a symbol of healing and hope. Fade to golden light. As the screen fades from sunlight to twilight, a soft melody plays, that familiar, heartfelt Heartland tune that fans instantly recognize. The voiceover grows calm but steady, carrying the weight of everything that's just happened. Sometimes healing doesn't come from moving on. It comes from coming home. The screen shifts fast, emotional flashes from the upcoming episode. Amy stands at the fence, her eyes on Spartan, determination written across her face. Georgie trains in the paddock, pushing herself harder than ever before. Lou argues with the town official, while Jack watches from a distance, silently proud but worried. Then a flash. A shot of Spartan stumbling again. The music stops for half a second. Silence. Amy's voice echoes faintly. Not again. The next frame shows Georgie rushing toward the barn. The rain returns. The lights flicker. The wind roars. Quick cuts, Amy screaming Spartan's name, Lou holding her back, Jack shouting for help. The scene fades to black, with the sound of Spartan's distressed whinny echoing in the background. Then, the logo appears. Heartland, Season 19. Episode 5, The Heart Never Forgets. Soft piano music rises. The narrator's tone deepens. Intimate and steady, Georgie's return brings hope, but also heartbreak. Spartan's fight isn't over, and at Heartland, no one walks through the storm alone. Clips continue, quick glimpses of Amy hugging Georgie, Jack staring into the distance, and Lou whispering, "Whatever happens, we'll face it together." The trailer ends on one powerful image, Spartan standing in the morning mist. Eyes bright, wind blowing through his mane. A symbol of survival, of love that refuses to fade. Heartland Season 19, Episode 5 coming soon. Prepare for tears, triumphs, and the return that changes everything. The music swells, emotional, hopeful, pure Heartland. Then the final voiceover fades in. Soft and sincere, if you believe in second chances. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Heartland updates. Because some stories deserve to be felt, not just watched. Visual cue, fade out to black screen with soft heartbeat sound, then the faint glow of the Heartland Ranch at dawn. End title appears.